I am Dr. Mahammad Rafi, Associate Professor, Department of Cyber Security at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I want to discuss about the computer network subject, in which the topic is a TCP IP protocol shoot. Here, the outcome of the TCP IP protocol shoot is the TCP IP protocol shoot now, which is a transformed global communications by establishing a universal standards for network connectivities and data exchange. It is designed to supporting the scalable, reliable and interoperable internet operations. TCP IP protocol shoot. This TCP IP protocol shoot stands for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet the Protocol. Transmission Control Protocol, Internet the Protocol. So is a set of networking protocol. TCP IP protocol is nothing but the combination of the networking protocol. So this can be used to governing the communication over the internet. Over the internet now, we can establishing the communication over the internet. Internet is nothing but it is a network of networks. Simply, we can call it as a internet. It was developed by the US Department of the Defense to ensuring the reliable and robust communication across the diverse networks. Different networks now, we can establish the communication with help of the internet. This TCP IP protocol the shoot now, which compresses the various other protocols, different other protocols. Each and every other protocol now, which is providing the services and different other communication needs. Each and every protocol which is provide the different other services and is organized into the 4 layers which are closely aligned with the open system interconnection model. So it open system OSI reference model, whatever the model is there, OSI, so it will be closely aligned. Why? Because now in OSI reference model we are utilizing the 7 layers, but in a TCP IP model now we are utilizing the 4 layers. But here all the 4 layers are merged. The 7 layers are merged as a 4 layers in a TCP IP protocol. In OSI, 7 layers we are utilizing. But here, by combining the all 7 layers as a 4 layers now, the effective service can be provided. 4 layers of the TCP IP protocol shoots are that is a link layer, internet layer, transport layer and application layer. Link layer now also we can say it as a network interface layer, that is a network layer. Here, so this is the communication by utilizing the TCP IP protocol shoot. Here is number of layers are the link layer and internet layer, transport layer, the application layer. So these Ethernet, the link layer from one device to the another device, that is host A to host B. The transmission can be done via the routers, router 1, router 2, number of routers can be utilized for establishing the communication between the host A and host B devices. So these are the communication now we are establishing over the TCP IP protocol shoot. So if you are utilizing the TCP IP protocol shoot, means now each and every host having the 4 layers, the sending host having the 4 layers and receiving host also having the 4 layers. So that is the sender side having the link layer, internet layer, the transport layer and the application layer. Receiver side also having the link layer, internet layer, transport layer and the application layer. Here this link layer now we are transmitting the data from one host to host A to host B over the Ethernet or some whatever the networking devices, Ether networking devices now over this Ethernet networking devices. So from one link layer to the another, that is a network interface layer now will be the transmitter. Transport layer, which is provide the service from host to host directly, which is provide the service host to host. Internet layer now with help of the with supporting of the IP protocols. This is the protocol based the transmission can be done from one device to the from here one layer to the another layer here, and the process to process communication with help of this application layer now. So we'll do the process to process the communications. Here host to host communication now, which is utilizing the that is TCP and UDP protocols. By utilizing the TCP UDP protocol now, the host to host the communication can be done. Here is this application, your process to process communication now, which is utilizing the that can be utilized the user level can be done. Here the process to the process and the communication now can be done user level. For this the application now we can utilize the HTTPS other protocols. HTTPS or SMTP other protocols with help of the SMTP or FTP protocols. FTP. So these are the protocols can be utilized at application layer. Internet layer means now we can utilize the IP protocols. With help of this internet based the protocols now will provide the other services. So these the packets. Here is the link layer now generally which is transfer the information in the form of the packets. In the form of the packets now it will be transfers the information over the Ethernet. It can be done. Link layer. So link layer now, this layer is responsible for the physical transmissions of the data across the network. It defines the protocols that operates on the local network segment and which is enabling the data transfer between the devices. Two devices now with help of this network interface now we can provide the service now. We can establish the communications on the same network or on the different network now. Will provide the services with help of the link layer. So link layer here now which is responsible for physical data transmission. Physical data transmission means now so in the form of the binary form. Now physical means in the form of the binary form, the data transmissions can be done from one device to another device across the network. Example is a Ethernet Wi-Fi ARP. That is the address resolution of the protocol. So these are the examples for the network interface the layers now. So with this networking now we can provide the services. So here how the address, the best example is a ARP. How it is the working means now. Here host A, the host A which is identifying now which is having the IP address now which is identifying the MAC address. So which is identifying the MAC address based on the IP address. Now that's why this host A which is sending the ARP. So which is sending the ARP to this host and sending the ARP to this host which is having the IP address 34 along with the IP address now. So this IP address is now which is requesting the MAC address for IP address 34, 40, 21, 20. But ARP is sending to this device, and also here ARP is sending to this device. All the devices now ARP is sending. Address of the resolution protocols are the sending. Here which is requesting this host A which is requesting the MAC address of this IP address. This is the device. Whatever the device having this the IP address, so which is requesting the MAC address. Now here it is checking here. So here the IP address is 34.40.21.20. Here is 34.40.21.ib. So it is not matched. And here also we are checking 34.40.21.19. Here this device also not matched. And sending the ARP to this device. Now checking the IP address 34.40.21.20. So this IP address is matched. If the IP address is matched immediately, so these are the device, the particular this is the device B, now which is responding the MAC address to host A. So this like this now, These are the protocols. The services can be provided with help of this link layer or with help of the network interface layers. Here internet layer. This layer now which handles the packet routing and forwarding. So which is determining the best path for the data packets to travel from the source to destination. So internet layer here which is transferring the data in the form of the packets to different networks. That means now generally we are utilizing in internet layer we are using the IP protocol. That is a internet the protocol we are utilizing. This internet protocol routes the packets between the devices and networks. If you want to transfer the data to particular device over the network now which is required the IP address plus the port number. With help of this IP address and port number of the network, IP address is a device, port number is a network the port number. With supporting of with help of this IP address and the port number now the data transparency can be done over the internet. ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. So this ICMP the protocol what it is doing means now which is sends the error messages and the operationally information. So linked indicating the network unavailability. So these are the protocols service can be provided over the internet. ARP now if you see the ARP address resolution protocol. These ARP address resolution protocol now which is mapping the IP address to MAC address based on the IP address now which is identifying the IP address of the devices and mapping the IP address and respond back the MAC address whatever the IP address is identified. And the transport layer which ensures reliable data transfers and error recovery between the two endpoint on the network. It may be the same network or the different network, the data transfers and error recovery can be done. Mainly here is the key protocols are the TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. These are the Transmission Control Protocol now which is provide a very reliable connection oriented communication and ensuring that the data is delivered accurately and in correct order. The data delivery can be done with help of the transmission control protocol. UDP protocol. UDP is nothing but a user datagram protocol. A user datagram protocol is a connectionless service. The best example for this user datagram protocol is a mobile communication. So these are the mobile communication. It is a light in which now we are utilizing the lightweight protocols. So that provide the very fast data transfer. That means lightweight the protocol which is having the lightweight process. That means lightweight the threading. With help of this lightweight threading now which provide the fast service between the two devices, but without the reliability, the guarantees that now which will be used in a real time the applications like streaming, video streaming or conference call or video conference or audio conference. So any other conferencing now we can utilize these are the UDPs. The application layer. The last topmost layer is a application layer. This layer now which is supports the end user process and applications by providing by high level communication services. So which defines the protocols for data formatting, encryption and user interactions between the two devices, or generally it is utilized at the end user level. The protocols, HTTP protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, which is facilitate the transfer of web pages. With help of this the protocol now we can transfer the web pages. And FTP protocol, file transfer protocol, all these are the protocols used at application layer. HTTP, HTTPS, FTP protocol, that is a file transfer protocol which allowing the files are transferred between the system more secure. SMTP, simple mail transfer, any emails. With help of these the protocols, any emails can be sent from sender to the receiver within a fraction of seconds. And the DNS protocol. DNS means here domain name system, which is resolving the domain names to IP address. With help of this, the port number now, it will be resolved. How it is working means now, when data is sent over the network, it is processed through the each layer of the TCP IP protocol chute. At the application layer, the data is generated by the user software. Example, web browser is the best example for the application layer. The transport layer, that is a TCP UDP, breaks the data into very smaller packets. Smaller the packets, and with this the smaller the packets now, reliable transmission and effective transmissions can be done between the two devices. Internet layer now, which is adding the address information and ensuring that the packets are routed across the network to the destination. That means the link layer now, which is physical, which handles the physical connections, physical connection between the devices and sending the data packets to the network node to the final destination, which establishing the link. By establishing the link now, will forwarding the data packets to the particular, the identified the destination. Here is a common network applications and their protocols are. Web browsing is a common networking application. The protocols used in the application, network application is HTTP, HTTPS. These are the secure protocol, and the functions now which allows the users to access the interact with the websites now. With help of these the protocols now, HTTP and HTTPS are the protocols, we can able to interact with the websites, and we can access the data from the data science through the web browser, which is providing the secure communication by encrypting the data exchange between the browser and the server. Here this is the functions now. Email protocols, SMTP, IMAP are the email protocols, simple mail transfer protocol used for sending the emails and receiving the emails. IMAP are the protocol, Internet Message Access Protocol, and POP3 protocol, that is a Post Office Protocol version 3. So these two are the email services now we can use. File transfer protocols are the FTP and SFTP, Secure File Transfer Protocol. So SFTP is a secure version protocol comparing than the FTP protocol. A secure version of the FTP that uses for the encryption and protecting the data to the transmission. That means we are converting the data into the unknown form, that is a encryption. By encrypting the data will provide the high security for data transmission, whatever the data you are going to transfer in. Remote access protocols, that is SSH, RDP are the remote access of the protocol. Secure shell protocol now, which provides the secure way to accessing the remote missions and executing the commands. Any remote missions can be accessed. RDP protocol, the protocol, that means now which allows the users to connect and controlling the remote window desktops. With help of these protocols are the remote access of the protocols. DNS, it is a domain name system. The function is this translate the human readable domain names. With help of this now, human readable domain names can be translated, that is www.google.com or yahoo.com. So these are all the human readable domain names into the IP address. Domain names can be translated into the IP address that the particular the computer which is using and identifying the each other on the networks. Network management, the protocols are the SNMP, that is a simple network management of the protocol. So it is a network management protocol which is managing the network and monitoring the network devices and identify the errors, such as the errors will be arised at router or switches or services. Here, which is identifying, monitoring the servers, switches, routers, and identify the errors, rectify the errors, and transmitting the data. That is a SNMP protocol. Here, this SNMP, which is having the two versions, that is SNMP V1 and SNMP V2. Two versions of the protocols again, which is categorized for high data transmissions. That is textbooks for this TCP/IP protocol shoot is these two are the Frozen and the Tenenbaum. These two are the textbooks for TCP/IP the protocols. That is data communication and networking. Tata McGraw-Hill, 5th edition, 2012, and computer networks. These 5th edition. This is also 5th edition, so 2010. These two are the textbooks for this TCP/IP protocol shoot. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.